Small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone's around. Probably because of Christmas. Okay. And where do we go? Can't talk to him. Can we actually? We could go talk to what you call it? Gumshoe, maybe. Tell him what we found.
Not a gumshoe in sight.
If you're looking for Detective Gumshoe, he's in the questioning room. Apparently, the important witness turned about. An important witness about. He'll be in here for a while.
A lot of heart. It has to be.
Uh-oh. Grossberg. That old familiar clearing of the throat.
Yo, me, something. Something. Are you not?
I understand her understudy. I was her understudy, yes.
You Yomi is something too, are you not?
I'm her little sister, yes.
You've grown. You've come to look a lot like your sister, you know. It takes me back. The days of youth. Like the scent of fresh lemons, you see.
Mr. Grossberg, sir?
Yes, I beg your pardon. Of course, you came here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter?
Look at my badge!
You've really grown up in the past few years, my dear. How proud Mia would be if she could see you now.
She said she was more worried about me than anything.
Oh, just go and take the compliment, will you?
So this camera on the leg takes photos whenever it hears an explosion sound?
That's what she said.
Then it just happens to be set on the beach, pointing out on the lake.
Yes, she said it was photographed shooting stars.
Shooting stars, explosions. What's the connection? I'd be suspicious of this witness of yours.
There is no connection. There was a murder last night.
The murder?
You haven't heard?
I just got up, you see.
Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol.
Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot?
Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown.
This is terrible news indeed.
Guess he hadn't heard anything. Mr. Grossberg, whatever happened to that painting?
Oh, yes. I do not think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old and bitter desserts.
Expensive looking mahogany. Funny. They don't look like they've been read.
Well, let's take them back to the office. You won't miss them.
We don't need them.
Then, can we take the wooden bear?
It is kind of cute. What?
Why is the wall there a different color?
A big painting was hanging there until recently.
Huh? What happened to it?
Well, he gave it to someone.
I bet he gave it to some romantic interest. Love blooms eternal, Nick.
Yeah.
Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man somewhere before.
Did you remember?
He was a lawyer in my office. That's Hammond. Robert Hammond.
Mr. Hammond?
And you say this is the man Miles Edwards shot? And you say this is the man Miles Edwards shot?
Who is this Hammond guy anyway?
Mr. Hammond. He is a defense attorney in that case.
That case?
Yes, the DL6 incident.
DL6? Why does that sound so familiar?
Perhaps you remember?
I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for Mia's murder.
That was an incident where the police were so at a loss that they used a spirit medium.
But wait, you don't mean that was that medium my mother?
Yes, my dear. The spirit medium, Misty Fay, your mother, contacted the spirit of the victim. But the case was lost. No conviction was made. The DL6 incident, yes, happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed. They never caught
They never caught the criminal, right?
Correct. Misty Fay used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case and the suspect was declared innocent.
And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her get out of that, right, Mr. Goldsberg?
Yes, quite.
Thank you.
No, please. Don't mention it.
DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again.
But wait, what does the case have to do with Mr. Edwards?
It has everything to do with it, Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL6 case was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth.
What? His father?
If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you.
Wait, this is a photograph of my mother.
Photograph DL6 in Exhibit A.
Misty Frey, Mother Mia and Maya Frey. Show the photograph to Mouse Edwards. He'll have something to say to you then. So this is the moment the crime took place, huh?
Yes.
You can't really say for sure that's Edwards. I'm so not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Not sure at all. Well, my apologies. I'm not sure I can help you with that.
Okay. Is that it from you? Yep, that's it from you. Thank you, Mr. Grossberg. Now we can continue the story.
What's this? I was hoping you had gotten my message the first time.
Edworth, what about your defense?
It's of no concern of yours.
Guess he hasn't found anyone yet. What happened? Can I ask you about the murder?
Right. I'll ask you again, just leave me alone. Please try to understand. I'm not doing this to prove I'm tough, or because I look down to you. I just don't want you anywhere near this case, understand?
Why did you go to Gourd Lake?
I have no intention of telling you.
Nor apparently would you tell Detective Gumshoe.
Detective Gumshoe was really worried about you.
Edworth.
It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited, yet you'd made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit it, I'm impressed, right? You were always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you?
About the DL6 incident.
Right. DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted you to keep you away from DL6.
So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away?
I don't know, but I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you'd like, and I'll answer to the best of my abilities.
Do you know my badge?
Your attorney's badge? Can't say I really want to see one of those right now. What's that? I'm not even in the mood for idle banter, right? I'm sorry, I can't think of anything I want to say about that. Who would have thought there'd be a photo?
Edworth, did you shoot him?
What do you think, Wright?
I don't think you're that kind to point a gun at anyone, no.
So you didn't shoot him?
No, I didn't. It wasn't me. What's that? I'm not in the mood for idle banter, right?
Edworth?
It's only been a matter of hours.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna repeat yourself, okay. Okay. DL6 incident.
The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed. And I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it was a self-defense mechanism. Mechanism. In any case, the suspect was arrested. A man. It's pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. He was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name. And Hammond is the victim
And Hammond is the victim of the Gourd Lake murder?
Correct.
That spirit medium, that was my mom.
What? You mean you're... It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end. And now this.
About to end?
The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago on December 28th.
December 28th?
The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days.
What?
Nick? What does that mean?
When a case statute of limitation runs out legally, the case never happened.
3 days from now, DL6 will be closed forever.
Suspect.
What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent.
I don't know. He disappeared from public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be about 50 years old now.
I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case.
So, was your father a lawyer?
He was. Gregory Edgeworth, he was quite famous at the time, apparently.
So,
you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps.
I'd rather not talk about it. Right. It pains me to ask you this now.
I know, you want us to defend you.
Yes. Will you?
of course I won't. Of course I will. And who could have guessed this day would come?
Not me.
This is my chance to finally pay you back.
Pay him back?
Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you.
Never mind. I guess you really don't need to know.
Huh? My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe.
Well, I guess we should. What's that?
An earthquake, Nick! It's a big one! It's coming down! That was scary.
Huh? Where's Edgeworth?
There. He's on the floor like in a ball shivering. I guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes.
I've heard of running, but curling up in a ball?
Well, I guess we're done here. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he is going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick.
Right. We have to give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe. Scarred monitors visitor and he hasn't moved. What a real pro. Alright, let's move on to here.
What's going on here?
But what's wrong, Detective?
This wild lady comes in just a while ago. Says she came to talk. She says she came to talk to y'all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What is all about, pal?
A lot of heart.
Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want Mr. Edwards to sit death sentence, pal?
No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence.
You trying to say something about the way I do my job, pal?
No. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Can I talk to someone? Do, do, do. Look what I've got.
Hey, you did it, pal. I'm glad I waited till the last minute to file his papers. I'll rip him up and start new ones for you.
Thanks, Detective. We'll see you in court tomorrow then.
Good luck, pal.
Wait, I didn't get to talk to you. I didn't get to talk to you.
Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried.
Worried?
Wait, we're fine. I lived here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now.
Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edward.
Oh,
Right. He did seem to overreact a little now that you mention it.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big earthquake. I'm going to go check on him. You two go eat and go get rest for tomorrow's trial. Later.
Gosh dang it, I didn't talk to him. I wanted to hear about Lotta's testimony and everything.
I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes.
I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edward. To be continued. Guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm actually feeling kind of dizzy and kind of just like I don't know. I don't feel too great. I don't feel well rested either. But we will take a break. We'll see how I feel after this, and we'll at the very least get this trial done. So yeah. Let me get my foo bar open because computer turning off and all that. Wow. Thanks, dog. Come on, foo bar, open up. Come on, foo bar, open up. Come on, foo bar. Start up. Drink it more water. Alright, be right back, guys. Alright guys, it's not getting any better. But we're gonna do at least this trial, and after that I'm gonna have to end stream. Because I'm just not feeling any better. But thank you guys for waiting. If you guys could, please read this stream as much as you can. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the next chapter. December 26th. Defendant's lobby. Karma?
That's right. Manfred Van Karma. He was the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in 40 years. He's a god of prosecution, right? A god.
Not a single case?
He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything.
Sounds like someone else I know.
You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred Van Karma is a man to be feared.
That's quite a claim from someone who forges evidence.
He taught me what it is to really prosecute.
But what?
Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10.
So was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth?
Something like that.
And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out.
Not a chance. He hasn't lost it once in 40 years. 40 years! He's a ruthless man with... he's as ruthless as me, times 20.
He's pretty ruthless.
Like I said, he is a god among prosecutors.
I guess that's something like Mio was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya.
Yes?
We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think?
Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried. But I couldn't reach.
You couldn't reach?
I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again.
Oh man, what bad timing.
I'm really sorry. I'll try my best.
I hope so.
What are you whispering about?
Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. December 26th. Jojo! How are you, Jojo? I didn't notice you, sorry. How are you doing, Jojo? It's good to see you.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Von Karma, is your prosecution ready? For you seriously think that I would not stand here were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies.
He's even got the judge scared.
Very well, your opening statements, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness.
What's with that guy? Is he royalty or something?
How am I supposed to fight against this?
I call the detective in this case Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes.
Describe the incident now.
Yes, sir.
Detective Gumshoe looks nervous.
Please take a look at the map. The murder took place around Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There are two men. There were two men on the boat, and now there happened to be a woman camping there on the edge of the lake. It's 12 a.m. She heard two pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the rental shop.
Testify to the court about the arrest now. Wait, Mr. Martin Karma. Yes. Actually, I'm the one who's supposed to be handling the proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do. You will slam your gavel and say guilty. That is your role. But yes, of course. You're quite right.
No, he's not.
A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime, and as fast as we could. There's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the guy next,
I'm getting his voice very wrong, and it's not exactly how I've been doing it. And I don't know if it's just because of how I'm feeling, but let me remember his voice.
pal. But the next morning, the body was found, and the body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney, now.
A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight.
Hold it!
You received the call from a man?
Yep.
But you said there was a woman camping there? She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right?
Objection. That woman and the man who called in reports are 2 different people, obviously.
Different people?
There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping.
The woman who was camping. A lot of heart.
What happened next, Detective?
We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could.
How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake?
Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
Our motto of the month is get there quick.
This detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
I look forward to your next year's salary review.
So much to look forward to these days.
This is no time for detective daydreaming. Continue.
Yes. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth.
What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then?
Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like he murdered at all, really.
Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts.
Yes, sir.
Man, he's got his share of objections.
Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all.
Why didn't you think he was suspicious? Why didn't you think he was suspicious?
I don't know. You should know. We have this deep trust and relationship with the prosecutor.
Detective, the court isn't interested in your musing, deep, trusting poppycock. I never heard so many footprint comments from an active detective on the force.
Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good.
Continue now.
But the next morning, the body was found at the lake.
Did he find any clues on the body?
a single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart fatally.
Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, but its shape is well preserved.
Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, why is that?
Well, we found the murder weapon on the boat.
The murder weapon?
A pistol. Detective Gumshoe, that was a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right, sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon was found in the boat was decisive evidence.
What about the pistol made it decisive evidence?
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth.
There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. There were clear prints on Mr. Edgeworth's right hand.
But what?
Border! So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the weapon? Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, this is the weapon in question.
I accept it into evidence.
Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective?
Yes, sir.
Was the bullets found in the body? Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol?
Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol.
Hey, Nick. What does it mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking to imagine someone here does not know as basic as ballistic markings.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it.
Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints on a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on the bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints and see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate.
Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet was in the victim's heart. Was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may have recalled, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints.
Order!
This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it.
Well, Judge,
I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare the verdict at this point. However,
you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge?
Yes?
What are you doing? 10-minute recess. Now!
But wait,
Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man.
Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess.
Who's running this court anyway? Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot the man was the person in the photo.
True.
Was that you in the boat?
Yes, it was me.
What?
But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him.
Then who did?
I don't know.
You don't know? Weren't you right there?
I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself.
You mean it was a suicide?
That's the only explanation I can come up with.
Huh. How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya,
Huh? What?
any progress with Mia?
Oh, sorry. It's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right?
Yeah, you're useless. No, I need you here. No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right?
It's okay, Nick. You don't need to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits.
Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck's gonna run out.
Really?
Whoa, right. Don't jinx the case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart.
Sorry. Whoops.
Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness.
Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at the university.
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand?
Y'all need to learn some manners.
Understand?
Yeah. I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
It was
keep going the wrong voice.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come from the lake. Then I looked out the window and I saw two gents in the boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Enough.
Huh?
Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence.
Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of a murder. Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately.
As a witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So, the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edworth.
Order! 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 I will have order.
Well, Judge,
The evidence is decisive. I will have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant.
Wait, Your Honor, I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
the cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder them and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court.
Nick, contempt?
Contempt of court, you know?
I guess I'm understanding. I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there's a contradiction in the facts in her testimony?
I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing.
Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right. Let's take him on.
Yeah. I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness.
Very well.
I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon.
Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day.
Huh? Yeah, yes.
I know you want to find contradictions, but really,
I hope your next contradiction is a little bit more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony.
I was in my car.
Why were you camping there anyway?
I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research.
Why research? What research? This sounds kind of suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research?
What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait now, I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor.
I heard this bang come from the lake.
So you were looking at the lake at the time?
No, I looked after I heard the noise.
She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness.
When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in the boat.
Could you clearly see the two men?
Just look at that picture. Clear enough for you?
Uh-oh. Wait a second. I wasn't asking about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men.
Yeah, well, of course.
The witness has testified that she saw them. There is also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere. For your precious contradictions.
He jumped in quick. He's hiding something.
Then there was another bang.
You were watching the very moment the shot rang out?
Well, yeah, sure.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble.
Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end?
There wasn't anything on the lake but that boat.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, sure as a country gal can be.
That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure?
Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake.
Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you...
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I... Sustained! Yes, yeah, of course.
Oh, great.
Enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear from Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting.
But, Your Honor...
You keep your promise. But Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts. By holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood.
Uh-huh.
Nick, Lana's testimony is fishy. Nick, real fishy.
I know what you mean. But if I can't say anything, what can I do?
I believe we've covered enough the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Mount Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that?
It was me.
Maya.
Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lana Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lana, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire the pistol?
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lana. What's the big deal, big idea? Treating me like some kind of criminal. I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. God, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court. He must leave.
No. Wait.
I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Wrong.
What?
Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have the right to cross-examine her again.
Order! You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Barncarver, but I cannot. What? Miss Lonahart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he's in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. My fee. You will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Maya.
I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witness.
I'm running out of time. I better not I better find the contradiction in here or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
Hey, Rain Bucket, how's it going? Good to see you.
I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, what about the other man?
You cannot expect to be allowed to blindly ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claim there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it! If you can. Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty.
Damn. That's it? Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either.
I saw it clear as day.
You can't see it clear as day. It was night. Death sometimes caused a bullet shot taken automatically. Incident. Article about the monster. Overhead map on ballistic murder. The weapon. Murder weapon. Automatic use picture and loud noises. Faces the lake.
Objection!
Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally.
What? You got what?
Look at this photograph.
The photo I took?
The very same. There's something I want you to see about this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart.
So?
This picture was taken with a professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet, even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How?
What?
Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please.
Yet, now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart,
What?
could you see the defendant at night?
Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could.
Then please testify to the circumstances of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony.
You're right. It was a cold night, and the fog was thick as grits. So, once I finished up setting up my camera, I got back in my car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard the noise on the lake, I looked in my binoculars. See? No problem.
You use binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one better be good.
You're right. It was cold night and there was mist and thick as grits.
Hold it!
So, how could you see Edgeworth?
Just now, you hold your horses. Now, just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee type. Never find a gal where I'm from.
Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is.
Nobody loves me.
So, once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car.
Hold it!
Your camera?
Yeah, it's got an automatic.
The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. But she's distinct.
He's not letting me answer any of my questions.
Still, I brought my binoculars with me.
Hold it!
Binoculars?
Yeah, binoculars.
Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars, for that? I've got my doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of a meteor shower?
The camera is irrelevant into this case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further of the camera?
Press further. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of the utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue this line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well. Miss Hart, will you testify to the court about the camera?
Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of the meteor shower.
Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know, the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited for stargazing.
Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight, huh?
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Now, wait a minute.
Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth.
Yeah.
No unnecessary comments, please.
When I heard that noise on the lake, I looked with my binoculars.
If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all?
What do you mean?
Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him?
I did, yeah.
Enough! There is no room for doubt in her testimony.
Huh. She sounded pretty doubtful to me, but I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in her testimony if it's the last thing I do.
You're right, it was a cold night.
Alright, good night, camera. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower.
Hold it!
I don't think so. I don't think your camera was set up at all for a meteor shower. Bing, 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 bing. So once I finished the camera setting up, got back in the camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower, but why was it looking out to the lake then? Wouldn't it look at the sky? When I heard... Wait. Let's see. Said I'm going to take pictures of the... Faces the lake. Objection!
Objection!
You were photographing stars? That's a lie.
So says who?
I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point the camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph stars, Your Honor.
Well then, what exactly was she photographing?
Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph.
What is this? A newspaper article? Gordy. The sighting of Gourd Lake.
Well, Miss Hart,
I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to take a photograph of this Gordy.
I have it. Proof.
Intriguing. Very well, let's see. And no joking around, this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy at the lake?
The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, the photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had the camera to respond to loud noises.
Order! Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you?
Yeah. Not bad. You lawyers that smart. So smart, boy. I was down trying to get a photograph of Gordy. You got me. So what?
Huh?
That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Hey!
But, as she so succulently said, so what? It changes nothing.
Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for a reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please provide your testimony.
Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though.
Something would change, it has to. And I'm going to spot it.
Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. I'm just an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all it was I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at the boat the whole time, cross my heart and hope to fry.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
Objection!
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well. You may cross-examine the witness. You seem to be sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. That would be a first.
Very funny.
You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at the time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. Hey, Snow Cloud, how's it going?
Actually, I'm not a research student at my university.
Hold it!
Then what manner of person are you?
I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a man or anything. I'm an investigative photographer.
Hold it!
An investigative photographer?
Yep, you get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures of my sister's graduation last year, and guess what?
What?
There was a UFO. There was a UFO just hanging in the sky.
A UFO?
You know, them unidentified flying objects. UFO. That's when I had sorted. That's when I had sorted of revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer.
I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career.
Imagine what a scope it'd be if I got a picture of that monster.
Hold it!
Is Gordy really all that newsworthy?
Heck yeah! They even had him up on the TV.
I'm not sure that appearing on local news Rumors of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hills, I believe.
Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper for real.
Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's why I was camping out by the lake.
Hold it!
That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera?
Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang,
It snaps a shot.
yep,
So, how many pictures has it taken so far?
the only time the camera triggered was that night. But that's all it was. I was hiding.
Hold it!
I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide the true purpose at the lake.
Heck, if word got out I was up to what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors.
Competitors?
Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs, trying to steal my scoop.
Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth?
Well, actually,
Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case.
Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet.
When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake.
Hold it!
Exactly what sort of sound was it?
Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time.
Hold it!
There wasn't much else to look at?
Yep.
I don't know. If she heard the bang, and she thought Wardy was out there, I kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat.
What? What did you do? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for?
Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence?
Witness, continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot.
Hold it!
Was there nothing on the lake but a boat at that time?
Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place?
I don't think so, nope.
The lake was smooth as glass. And nobody was on the shore neither.
I tried to find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Imagine when I was in the bank, I looked straight out from the lake, but there wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands.
Hold it!
Was there nothing else on the lake? Okay, I already read this before. The bank, I looked straight out at the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? But it sounded like a gunshot. Wasn't much else, so okay. So she was over here, out at the lake. Huh. There wasn't much else I could look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Fired 3 times. Bears prints from Edward's right hand. Fired 3 times. Then I saw a flash near one, and I heard another gunshot. But it fired 3 times, right? So that's contradictory?
Objection!
Okay, maybe not.
Your Honor, that statement contradicts the evidence.
It does. I don't see anything contradictory.
She said she only heard it twice, and the evidence says it fired 3 times. That's contradictory, Judge! Huh? Really?
Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
Oops, that didn't go well. I did think about it! I just watched the boat the whole time.
Hold it!
There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know. If She heard a bang and thought Gordy was out there. Kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at the boat. Wouldn't she go for her camera then? I think she would scramble to go to her camera.
Objection!
Why am I getting this wrong? I'm gonna have to save scum. Bum 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 bum. There wasn't much else to look at, so just watch the boat the whole time. What contradicts this? What would make her look away from the boat? Looking at Nessie, but... Is that it? Is this really it?
Objection!
It is it. It would be it. Miss Hart. Were you really looking at the boat?
But what's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person be looking at it.
I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal.
But what? Y'all want to step over here and say that?
You were camping out at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Order, continue, Mr. Wright.
You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well,
Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might have been out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying that you are not watching the boat then?
This is sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be a witness in the murder and all. I kind of got excited. I wasn't sure I was watching that boat till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got a photograph. I got proof.
Still, we can't see who's shooting in this.
Right. That's why I took this photo in.
Witness, that's enough. You had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what?
what was she going to say? She took a photo and what? Wait a second.
She even had a photograph to prove it.
But you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting.
That's why she said she was going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality, it might, but you would be able to see who's who.
She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that large photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edward or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Why has the enlargement not been presented to the court?
Because it does not exist.
What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool.
But what is the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma?
Miss Hart, show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement of the court to the court.
Here it is. We still can't.
We still cannot see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Happy now, Miss Wright?
There has to be something.
You asked for this enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good has it done for any of us.
Let me see. Yep, it doesn't really help at all. Shows somebody that's left-handed shooting a gun. And it flashes. The coats. Yep, it doesn't really show much. Alright, take it into 12:15.
That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose that means the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Brunkarma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict.
Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement. Show other evidence. Wait and see. Object to the enlargement. Show other evidence? What other evidence can I show? The fact that it was fired 3 times, but I don't think they'll even bother. Wait and see, show other evidence, object to the enlargement. Why would I object to the enlargement though? I'm gonna present the gun. I'm gonna save. Because I don't want to lose any more, what you call it, penalty points. Show other evidence. Wait! Your Honor, this evidence...
I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence.
Indeed. We've heard opinions of every piece of evidence but this enlargement. I see no point in retracting our steps.
This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement. Your Honor, there's something decidedly strange with this enlargement.
What might that be? Mr. Wright, we will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange?
Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. I don't actually see anything strange with this. The gun.
Take that!
Here, Your Honor.
The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange?
Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor.
The hand.
The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does...
This man's left hand does what?
Let me show you. I'll show you evidence that left hand contradicts. From Edward's right hand. The evidence is clear. The man in the photograph is holding the pistol with his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edward's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth.
Now that everyone in the court is quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have given us a definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edwards who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edwards didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. But who but the defendant could have shot the victim?
The victim himself. Larry Butts, Your Honor! I actually really want to answer Larry to see what it says. So, if you'll excuse me. Actually, that might actually be the correct thing, because Larry was there. Larry Butts, Your Honor! Wait, I can't do that. Sacrifice one of my friends to save another? What's the point?
Well, right, your answer. But who?
Oh, what? What? The defendant didn't even do it. Okay, I'm just gonna say Miss Hart to see what happens, because we all know it's the victim himself. But I want to see what happens when I say Miss Hart. Miss Hart. Who else but the witness, Miss Laura Hart?
What? Do you have proof of this?
Proofs moved. Always to do with proof. Oh wait, I do need to do proof, don't I?
Mr. Wright, I will have you remember this is a court of law. Of course, this sees no reason further to prolong this trial, nor is there any reason more to decide this case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. There is no room for misinterpretations of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, guilty.
Even though I just said that
he couldn't have been the one that fired the gun, because the evidence just a second ago said it wasn't him, I'm going to say he's guilty anyway. The accused will surrender in the court immediately. to be held pending a trial in a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
But you just said it wasn't him, Your Honor. The victim himself. There is only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself.
Order! Order! So, you're saying that the victim committed suicide?
Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation.
Indeed. That does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question.
What?
An examination of the victim's wounds revealed the distance at which he was shot.
The distance?
The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away.
A meter? That's 3 feet.
There is no way it could have been suicide. Order! Order! Bishop Van Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
Updated. Let's see what it says. Sometime on 24th, 25th, shot from approximately 1 meter away.
I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
That was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say?
No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right?
Well, yeah, but what happened out there on the lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too.
What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him.
I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya.
Oh, right.
What?
Tell her something for me.
What?
Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all.
Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with the thanks, Edgeworth? I requested the transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard.
To be continued.
Bing, bing. Alright guys, it is 2 o'clock This is actually near my normal starting time now, or whatever we have created to be our normal normal stopping time, not starting. And I'm not feeling too well. Well, actually, I'm feeling a lot better, and I could keep going, but I actually do have to get going at 3 o'clock anyway, so it would make me end this chapter, or this section, in an awkward position as well. So we're gonna go ahead and end, but we'll be back on tomorrow morning. I might decide to start out with Phoenix Wright tomorrow, just because, well, I like to give you guys time to flood in here as well, so we might start earlier, so like a 30 minutes to whatever of something else, probably Monster Hunter or an indie game. There's a VOD, Sammy. You can probably 30 minutes or something else of an indie game before, so that people can get in here, and then we'll be starting more Phoenix Wright. Let me save real quick and maybe give you guys a small preview of what's coming up tomorrow. Let's see, a small little preview. If anything, we can go raid somebody and I can play the VOD for you guys that missed the beginning.
Maya? Hey, Nick, it's you. I'm glad Mr. Andrews made it through the day okay. It's a relief.
Hey,
Why'd you do that?
why'd you do that anyway?
I don't know. I just knew I had to do something.
She just knew she had to do something. But yeah, that's gonna be the stream for today. If you guys would join me, is this a VOD? Please feel free to follow the channel if you haven't already. If you're brand new, or if you're somebody recommended the channel, you saw a tweet or anything, please follow it. Follow me on Twitter, get on the Discord, and follow me on Steam if you really want alerts of when I come live. I've been trying to come live every day at 6 a.m. my time, starting out with Monster Hunter or another game, and we've usually been starting Phoenix Wright around 8 o'clock, but tomorrow I think we'll start around 7:30, just if you want to catch Phoenix Wright. Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining me today. Let's come live. Only on Lazy Riku's channel, coming live. Wait, what? That's not the right saying. This one. So yes, guys, we're gonna go. We're gonna go raid somebody. If you guys would stick around and support that raid. Why is that command not working? I must have messed something up when messing with something. Where is it? Raid. On text, raid. It should work. I don't understand why it's not. What did I mess around here? I messed with the say command. I remember that much. That might be it. It might be what's going on. So now, raid, for some reason that fixed it. Okay. So basically, if you guys have never been in a raid with me before, we are going to be going to a different channel. You're going to be very quiet. You're not going to say a word, nothing at all. You're going to wait for me to say, "This is a lazy raid." And once you see me say, "This is a lazy raid," you are going to say, "This is a lazy I don't know why it's making me. I'm like thinking about it, and I don't know. I'm kind of out of it. If you will show me that you are ready by typing that in chat, I will be able to gauge how many people are around. Remember, you're going to be posting it 2 to 3 times. Posting it 2 times because we want to be noticed by Senpai. But don't post it more than 3 times because then Senpai will notice you too much and be like, no, time out. So let's see, where are we gonna go? We are gonna go... We are gonna go. We are gonna go. We are gonna go. We are gonna go. We are going to go. Let's see, we have one place. We might know. Maybe. There's a few people on that I've never raided before, but I don't know where to go. We've been there before. He's playing Wings of V, but nah. He's playing Battlefield 1, but nah. He's playing Pokemon Black and White, but nah. She's playing Warcraft. Nah. We haven't rated her. I don't know if she has any sort of raid response or anything. I don't think she does. Another reason you do raid response is because raiders will appreciate that. We got Benny playing Overwatch. But I think we're gonna go over here. Your mom when you're following. We're gonna be. I think maybe you follow her. She played Monster Hunter. She was in the Monster Hunter directory. Right now she's playing The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. We've rated her like once in the past year, so it'd be kind of nice to rate her, I guess. So if you would head on over here to Tanae Zomb. That's it. Tanae Zomb. We're gonna head on over there. She's playing Legend of Zelda, and you should go check her out. She's good and stuff. Oh yay, follow her. Oh, there you go. Head on over there. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be in Discord and Twitter until I fall asleep. Probably Twitter first and then Discord, or I'm gonna be on both. So if you want to hang out, I'll be there. Anyways, have a good day, have a good night, take care, bye. Bye.